We are proud to be where we are today. This hasn't happened by accident. The success of the company stems from consistently living out the ethos that our core values represent. These values date back over 120 years, when Arco was founded. Initially, the company was formed to supply tennis balls to an up-and-coming tennis tournament now known as Wimbledon. The company opened its first Hull branch in 1890 in Queen Street, near to the Hull Market in the Old Town. The journey to the present day hasn't necessarily been a smooth one. Real proof of the company's integrity was seen in the 1940s, when Arco's main building was completely destroyed in a German bombing raid, in which all company records were lost.
Grandfather, with two colleagues, stood in the wreckage of the building, and they had a cardboard piece of cardboard, and they listed all the names of the suppliers and the customers they could think of. They then wrote to every single one and said, how much do we owe you, and how much do you owe us? And from that, they recreated the whole of the company purchase ledgers, and I think that demonstrates the sort of the integrity which we had at that time, which was, of course, an integrity well-founded, on a good reputation for excellence, and, of course, we were also contractors in those days to the Admiralty and to the War Office for the repair of ships. But the family values have been of immense benefit to the company. There are currently some 400 people who are related either by blood or by other relationships within the company. And we have always made a policy of recruiting and training people from within families to try and give them a career pathway which is going to be of interest to them.
In 1964, Tom's brother Stephen joined the company, and the brothers started to expand through strategic acquisitions. Throughout this period of growth, our core purpose to make work a better place for people became established. Arco has always had an excellent reputation, not as the biggest, but as the best. The philosophy of putting our people and customers at the center of everything we do has remained fundamentally unchanged for more than 120 years. We are a company that can be relied on in times of crisis.
January 2005 was quite an important day for Carlisle. Again, biggest flood recorded in the UK, bigger than York, bigger than Boscastle, and again, caught everybody on the hop. We needed to obviously respond quickly, look at our major buildings and get them back up and running very quickly. We look for local suppliers, people we can rely on that can deliver quality goods, the variety of goods that we need, and obviously considering best price. And companies like Arco, and in this case Arco, were very good. They were efficient, very quick to respond to everything we required, and supplied all the needs that we required in order to try and get Carlisle back up and running. Again, I think a good example of a partnership. So yeah, Arco pulled out all the stops, and well done, Arco.
At BAE Systems Naval Ships, we are a prime contractor for surface warships and systems integrator for the UK market and select export markets. Arco provide us a very good service. They provide us a managed supply service where they deliver direct from their warehouse to our stores and stock our shelves for us. All our PPE comes from Arco, and they meet all our needs that we require, from footwear right through to hard hats. And even specialist items such as safety harnesses, life jackets.
Well, Centrax is a privately owned engineering firm, and we manufacture compressor blades, vanes and turbines for aero engines for the major manufacturers around the world. And we also have another part of the business, the gas turbines, which generates heat and power generation sets. We've used lots of companies, over the years, but more recently we've sort of struck up a very good working relationship with Arco, and got some good contacts at the company. We use them because of the range of products that they offer, the sort of selection, the advice that we get, and obviously the very good price. Most recently, what we've done is we do an annual issue of safety shoes to the workforce, probably about 400 employees. And with Arco, we were able to choose a range of shoes, agree on the prices, agree on the way we were going to issue those, and then bring their mobile sales unit onto site and successfully issue, as I say, 400 pairs in under 2 days. It was really the fact that once you made contact with Arco, you actually found that you were talking to someone on the other end of the phone who became sort of more of a friend. So if you had a problem, you spoke to them and they would actually try to sort your problem out, whether it's on the phone, in person or by email.
It's a generating power station, generate electricity, 4,000 megawatt power station. So it's a very big place, the biggest coal-fired power station in Western Europe, producing 7% of England's electricity. Arco we use because they're very local to us. Obviously, and the big NDC unit is in Hull. I predominantly look after the footwear side of it. Order the footwear on the internet via your website, which is excellent. It's good service. We can put an order in sort of in the morning. If we get the order in on time, we can get it the next day, which is good delivery. But normal delivery is probably 2 days. But yeah, it's good and it's an effective system we use on the web. At the moment we do use the Element 2 boot, which is one of Arco's brands itself. It's a good boot, it's Gore-Tex lined, it's good quality, and the lads out there use it, it's comfortable, so at the moment we're sticking with that one. But we do also stock some of the Dr. Martens range, whatever they want really. Basically, if the footwear can reflect the working that they use, then we'll use it.
Although we have to be competitive to succeed in a challenging marketplace, it's not at any price. We are committed to and have respect for our suppliers. In China, for example, where we source a number of products, we have set out to be fair and ethical from the start. We are looking long-term, with a view to producing a sustainable supply chain, and are committed to investing back into the local Chinese community.
We're employing 5 people in Xiamen, which is a city in Fujian province in the southeast coast of China. And we're ensuring that the office and the people that work for the office go to the factories and make sure that the factories there are complying with our strict ethical standards, ensuring that the factories that we use do not employ children, and that all of the workers are looked after in a positive way. There is something that is of interest to us called Project Hope, and it's been set up by the Chinese government to allow people, from individuals through to businesses, to invest in educational programs in the country. And that can range from giving one individual a full education program, or it could be investing directly into schools, colleges or universities.
Our commitment and respect for people extend way beyond our own employees. We are committed to delivering value to our customers through the experience, efforts, talent and imagination of our people. A third of our workforce has more than 10 years service, and in some cases we have employed several generations from the same families. This loyalty and family ethos is absolutely critical to the business.
As a company built on respect and family values, we actively participate in a number of charitable and community projects, and we encourage our staff to participate in their own projects and join in Arco's selected ones as well. And one such charity is one I've been involved with, and many other people at Arco, that's the Children's University here in Hull. We've got a number of mentors in Arco who go out and work with children out of school. We've also been involved with Live Music Now, which is an organisation which brings music into old people's homes and other social homes where maybe got young children with learning needs, people who would otherwise not actually get the opportunity to hear music. So all in all, we do actually support quite a number of charities in Arco, obviously, encourage our staff to participate in all of them.
Here at Arco, we really do respect our people. You would think that after a holiday, the first thing that one of the directors would be interested in seeing would be the sales figures, or the bottom line for the time they had been away. Not so at Arco, as Stephen Martin explained.
First of all, I go for something we call the Green Book, and that tells me all about what's happening with the staff around the company, who's been promoted, who's doing what, who's retiring, and so on. And that to me is life and blood of Arco. We are a company that wholly depends upon the people, the skills, the experience, the knowledge, the commitment that we have in so many people who've put in so much to Arco over the past. They're still what makes Arco great.
When we buy branded product from other manufacturers, we form unique and lasting partnerships with the very best suppliers.
3M has built its reputation on top quality products being supplied in the right way to its customers. Arco comes into the equation by getting these top quality products into the hands of those customers in the right way. We want someone that will never let our customers down, and Arco fulfills that role. The way that Arco approaches the market is important to 3M. The relationship that Arco builds with their customers is just as important to us. If we don't have that link with the end user base, we will not be successful. Arco brings us that link.
Our success has also been down to our reputation, something that takes years to acquire. It is something that we guard carefully at Arco, but also something that we are so proud of that in fact over a third of what we sell carries the Arco label. Take this breathing apparatus. People's lives depend on it. The Arco brand is a promise that it has been expertly designed and tested. It is our guarantee that the product is fit for the job. Going forward, we have set ambitious goals to ensure we thrive, changing to adapt and stay ahead of our competitors. At the same time, we need to ensure we stick to much of what has made us successful as we go forward. That's why it is important to remember what we believe in and value. We put together a team of people to help us decide what sort of a business we should be in the future. And they worked with over 100 people the length and breadth of the country to capture our DNA.
A shared vision about where we want to be with the company, where Arco wants to be in 15 and 20 years. And that's to be, basically from my point of view, a world-class sales organisation, the best in the business, one that is respected by our customers, envied by our competition, and a company that the people who work for it take a pride in and enjoy going to work for.
Above all, in terms of the thing I took away was people wanted us to be recognised. I think people wanted Arco to be considered a household name, and you know, if you're meeting someone in a pub, someone you left school with 20 years ago, that you could say, oh, I work for Arco, and they'd immediately know who we were and what we did.
The project team agreed the goals that we need to achieve in order to make us an internationally recognised company. We are a sales business. That's what excites and motivates us, and that's how we measure success. So the first target is about sales. £1 billion turnover by 2025. When we achieve this, we'll be a household name. To get there, we need to develop into a world-class sales organisation, which is as good as or better than any of our competitors, and to become known as the market leader in our chosen sectors. Our other goal is about our people, and ensuring that Arco is a great place to work, and that we put something back into the local community. Our aim is to be listed in the Sunday Times Top 100 Companies to Work For by 2010. You'll hear more about this a little later on. Your success has been Arco's success. We are now perfectly positioned to embrace new challenges to take the company forward. You've heard what our ambitions are and where we are going, but today, this is about your life. You've now heard what our core values are and where they come from. They haven't been plucked out of thin air. We didn't invent them. We've just spelt out what is at the heart of what everyone at Arco has been doing for years. We've talked about our goals. To tell us what it might feel like for us to be a Sunday Times 100 Best Company to Work For, we've gone to an expert. W.L. Gore and Associates, one of Arco's suppliers and the number one on the list in 2004, 2005, 2006 and 2007.
We saw it really as an external benchmark, and I suppose the work that we've done over the tens of years that we've been in business as a company have really pushed us towards this. So we really have some core values that we've had right from day one, and the difficult, or the not difficult, I should say, the challenge is sticking to those core values through thick and thin, and that's what has resulted in the payoff of us having the place on the list. We get lots of people who would love to come and work here. We get customers and our suppliers commenting, especially to our salespeople, that they have recognised that we have a place on the list. So it does give lots of interest, yes. The fundamental beliefs are we trust and believe in the individual. We believe in small teams being more effective. We believe that we're all in the same boat, so no matter what team you're in, what division, what product you're working with, we have to share the successes and downturns, so we're all in this together.
For Arco to become a household name is quite a challenge, but we can do it. No matter which department you work in, your views count. Tell us how we can improve and how to make your job more fulfilling. We want you to come with us on this journey and be part of a company with strong core values built on family traditions, making work a better place for people, and that includes you.
So we set out on an exciting and challenging journey together over the next 15 years. But let's remember, we're already living the values. They aren't something that we simply invented. Respect for people is demonstrated by the way we're working hard to keep all Arco people involved and informed, by things like our dignity and respect policy, our charity and community activities, and the way in which we're working in partnership with our customers and suppliers, both in the UK and around the world. Excellence in reputation has been built up over more than 120 years of trading, during which time we've committed to being the very best at what we do, and as a result have built many special and enduring relationships with employees, with customers, and with the wider community. And hard work and enterprise has clearly been demonstrated by the customer testimonials you've just heard. Today is all about celebrating the efforts and the success of our people as we look forward.
Our sales goals might seem a little ambitious, perhaps even a bit scary at first thought. But don't worry, we've been planning this for some time, and the journey has already started. We're going to take this journey one step at a time, and we've produced milestones for the next 12 months, right up for the next 15 years. Now, the sales target itself really comes from a shared ambition throughout the business for Arco to become a household name. And we'll achieve that household name status when we have £1 billion of the sales. When we've done that, we then join the ranks of other family businesses such as United Biscuits, Clark Shoes and Wilkinson's, perhaps names you are all already aware of. And don't worry, because to do that, we've only got to grow the business by 5 times in the next 15 years. And actually, that's quite a far cry from the 200 times growth we've enjoyed in the last 38. We'll be setting up more Arco branches to bring our range of products and services closer to more workplaces in the UK. By 2020, the Arco network will look very different. The market here just isn't big enough for our goals. So we're going to have to look to grow our business outside of the UK. And don't worry, we've already started this process with our trading partner in the Middle East. Already we have 3 shops open for business. We're developing further our relationship with customers in Libya, and don't forget the developments in Xiamen City, Arco's first overseas branch in southeast China. But it's not all about branches. The internet and e-business sector opportunities and global trading right around the clock are going to bring many more opportunities for the business, both at home and abroad.
But our goals are not all about sales. We want Arco to be a great place to work. We're looking to join the likes of W.L. Gore, Betty's and Taylor's of Harrogate, and Microsoft in the Sunday Times list of the top 100 companies to work for. We want you to feel proud to work for Arco. We want you to feel challenged and stretched and to see the opportunities for personal growth and development. But we also want you to feel trusted and supported, and we want you to have some fun. So the focus will remain on training and development, on communication and involvement, on encouraging teamwork, and on creating an environment that's rewarding and stimulating for all of our people.
So, now we've shared our vision and our plans for the business with yourselves.
And we'll really know we're on track when this happens.
So where will we be in 3 years' time? Let's take a glimpse into the future to find out.
Now on to today's business news, and one of the country's largest suppliers of personal protective equipment has today joined the ranks of the UK's top companies. For the first time, Hull-based Arco Limited has joined the Sunday Times 100 list of the best companies to work for. In particular, they were noted for their achievements in the 3 key areas of leadership, providing opportunities for staff development and their work with charitable and local community projects. Now let's turn our attention to the markets forward.